This is Arts Alive. I'm Lynda Phillippi, and my guests today are Valerie Launius and Caitlynn Spain. Valerie, you're the coordinator of this year's Lavender Festival in Newberg, and Katie, you are the paint-out coordinator.
Yep, absolutely.
So welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
This is exciting, and I guess I didn't really realize that it had been back live last year, and it was your biggest year ever. So, wow, that must have been pretty exciting.
Yeah, we were very busy last year. We're hoping for a bigger turnout this year.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
So let's talk about let's just get right into it and talk about the dates and the times and the how and all that information. So.
Yeah, so the festival is next weekend, which is July 9th through the 10th. On that Saturday, we open doors at 10 a.m. through 6 p.m. And then Sunday, again at 10, and we wrap up at 5. So we're going to have live music, plenty of artists and vendors to shop and food. So a lot of things for people to do and enjoy.
Okay, and that's at the Chehalem Cultural Center, downtown Newberg, okay. And then Katie, why don't you talk a little bit about the paint out?
Yeah, so the paint out actually is happening right now. It started June 13th, and all of our artists signed up, and we've got about 150 artists this year. And so, and it's split into the professional division and the open division, and so those artists are allowed to attend our 27 participating farms. And so even currently as we speak, they're out at the farms painting, and what will happen is next week is kind of go time for us.
Sure.
We've got them coming in to bring in all of their work next Thursday. And so that morning our walls, for all of like the gallery walls, they're up and everything's blank. And then by that evening we have anywhere from 200 to 400 paintings that have been hung up. And because artists can paint anywhere from 1 to 5 paintings, we just never really know how many are going to show up. And so that'll all go up. And then the next day we've got our guest judge, Carol Barr, coming in to select 18 awards. Then we've got an additional 8 awards that are selected by sponsors and Artist Choice, People's Choice. And at that point that evening, we've got our artists and collectors reception, and that's all happening right before the festival even starts. And then once the festival is open, all the work is up and people can come in, shop, and view the beautiful work. So, yeah.
That's amazing. So you're dealing with all of that and coordinating those artists, and then you're coordinating like the vendors and ticket sales and all that.
Yeah, so outside along the Sheridan Street, which is right out in front of the Cultural Center, that's going to be filled with nearly 50 artists and craft vendors of all sorts. We're going to have some great food options. There will be ice cream. The Kona ice truck is coming.
Oh, fun.
So we're really excited because that's something I think everybody is going to enjoy. And then people can trickle in and out so they can go view the art show, come outside. It looks like we're going to have some really beautiful weather in the low 80s.
Fingers
if everything
crossed,
holds.
right?
So it's going to be sunny, and there's just going to be great live music for people to enjoy while eating their food and shopping. I think there'll be a lot for people to peruse and look at.
And so, is this a ticketed event?
No, this is free to the public.
Free to the public, okay, so just show up and enjoy.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
That's our goal with this whole event, is just to put on something for the community, kind of come together and enjoy the same thing and celebrate lavender.
I know 27 lavender farms, I mean, that's just a lot.
It is a lot.
All in the county, all in the...
Not all in the county
Okay.
necessarily, actually.
Okay.
We're expanding, so it goes anywhere from southern Oregon to actually southern Washington now.
Really?
We're starting to kind of eke up there a little bit.
Okay.
And actually next year we're probably going to change our name to Northwest Lavender Festival.
I like
and
it.
So, yeah, expanding out. We've got artists from across Oregon, though. Yeah, we're really excited about it.
And so part of this is, obviously, this is a show and also a sale.
Yes.
And so then you've got, you said that you have a category that's open to amateurs, I guess we'll call them, for all
Absolutely.
intents and purposes.
Yeah, yeah. So how that works is originally the show was more for professionals, but they realized that the kind of overall goal was to bring emerging artists into the fold and kind of show them how this works. But also a lot of shows that do allow emerging artists don't have awards for them, so it kind of is just experience based. But this one's different in the sense of we've got awards for both divisions, which is very, very special and cool, but also a lot of artists who start as emerging or open artists in the festival. Over years, if they keep coming back, they eventually become in the professional
I
category.
love it. That's
Yeah.
great. That's been a lot of fun probably to work with all these people.
I love it. I'm actually one of the artists myself too, so
Oh,
I go
are
out
you?
and paint too.
Okay.
Yeah, and I convinced Val to do it with me as
It's
well.
my
Really?
first year, so
Yeah.
As a
wish me luck.
painter?
Yes.
But do you have any like secret spots that you love to paint the most?
Yeah, I mean, locally, I love Wayward Winds Lavender
Oh,
Farm.
I do too.
That one's
Yeah.
by kind of the mother of the festival, Marilyn Kossel, and she's still very heavily involved in
Right.
kind of running things and making sure stuff is, up to snuff. But yeah, so I love that one. I also love Mountainside Lavender, but this is our last year to have them. So
Is it?
It is.
Why?
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's what they told me when I
They're
popped
going into
in and
avocados
visited.
or something?
Something. I mean, I would love for them to come back, though.
Oh, for sure. You know, when I think of the Lavender Festival, I do, all those years ago when it first started, I do think of Marilyn tirelessly doing absolutely everything to make it work. And,
Yeah.
you know, out in Yam Hill
Yeah.
and, you know, just all over the place, kind of funky. And I think it's wonderful that you've consolidated it into like, you know, one place where people can really go and enjoy and see it all. That's going to be really wonderful.
Yeah, I think Marilyn's such a heart to the festival because, like you said, she started this 17
Yeah.
years ago
Yeah.
in Yam Hill, and it was kind of on one side of a street
I
with like
remember
five
that
vendors.
very well. Oh my gosh.
And it just kind of kept seeping out because everybody enjoyed it so much, and it attracted so many different arts and different crafts. And now we're at the cultural center, and it's very large, and it's doing really well. And I think it just shows that the community loves the event. And I mean, Marilyn herself sticks around. I mean, we met with her yesterday, just going through, making sure everything's kind of holding up true to the tradition of the festival. So I think it's really nice that she's participated and kind of kept that going for us.
So it'll be for then Friday night that you do the artist reception?
Yeah, Friday night's the artist reception, and so we've got a cute little musical trio coming in to perform, and then our guest judge will come in and present the awards, and then we've got currently we'll probably have about 200 people that show up to the artist reception, so it's definitely kind of a hoppin' little event, and it's early access to sales and stuff too.
Okay, now is that open to the public or is that?
It's not open to the public. It
Okay.
is a private invite.
Oh, a private event, exclusive.
Exclusive.
I
Yes.
love it. Perfect. And then all the work is available though at that point.
All the work's available at that point, and then the next morning, then it's fully open to the public.
Okay. And talk about, you said you're going to have some people on site doing painting.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. It's something new this year. We've been trying to figure out more ways to connect the outer portion of the festival to the inside, because sometimes I think there's a little bit of lost in translation between the two. And so I've got a few plein air painters that have signed up to go out and kind of station around the festival, and so that way passerbyers can go by and ask them, what are you doing, what is this and stuff, and we can kind of push them in towards the festival and talk a little bit more about what plein air is. And very excited about
I
that.
think that's wonderful. Wow. So we talked a little bit about this earlier, but what are some of the challenges that you faced this year?
Yeah, I mean, my portion is kind of just coordinating vendors, just making sure everybody's on the same page. Been getting a lot of emails, being excited for next week, and just kind of those little details that pop up at the end. So I think really just getting people organized and with the information to be prepared, and then everything's just kind of falling into place. So it's going pretty well.
Yeah, and on my side, we've kind of had dual challenges. One of the big ones has been the weather this year. It's been a lot more wet and a lot more rainy, so the lavender isn't blooming at the rate it usually does, and which is interesting because in comparison with last year, it was too hot. We had a lot of artists drop out, so we actually added an extra weekend this year so artists could get out there sooner. But then the weather has just been against us at every turn. But the artists are very creative, and they can always, add a little purple where there should be some green and stuff, and vice versa. But and then the other side of that, for the actual coordinating of the exhibition, we're trying to go more digital this year. We've got digital voting now, and then all the way artists register and things like that is all now on online platforms.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about each of you when you're not coordinating the festival. Talk about what some of the other things that you do in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm an art teacher and an artist as well. My art practice is typically mixed media. I have a big background in photography as well. And so painting with the festival is actually something I've been trying to get into more. But then I'm an art teacher. I teach K through 8 art. So wide range of kids. I see them all and stuff. But it's a great job to have with this because, just as the school year is winding down, the Lavender Festival is, kicking up for the year.
Yeah, so my background's a little bit different. I'm a registered nurse. Saw this opportunity between jobs and I was really excited to kind of do something in the community. Lived in Newberg for 11 years now, so it's kind of a fun way to participate volunteered last year, so kind of brought me to this point and really enjoying it. So.
I think that's great. You know, you never know how your life is going to go, and like a creative avenue opens up something else for you.
Yeah.
You don't know. But what I was going to say is, now is the art show itself, is it only painting or is it mixed media, photography and other types of things?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is definitely true to the plein air style. So, and then plein air, that's French. It's spelled Plein, and so it's French for open air painting. So it is those kind of painting materials for the most part. But we do allow some like oil pastel and things too. But no photography, no like mixed like collage or anything like that.
Okay, so it really
traditional
simply is
materials.
Oh, I love it. Okay, that's great. Well, let's go back over some of the details again, just in case. So the times and the dates and the how.
Yeah, so it's at the Chehalem Cultural Center in Newberg. The first day is going to be July 9th, opening at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and we will be having live music that day. And then on Sunday, we open again at 10 and close at 5 p.m. Again, the day will be filled with music. Dozens of vendors with food, plenty of things to shop. It will be really busy and really fun.
And it's completely free to the public.
And it's completely free to the public.
That's wonderful. So it's a great opportunity for families to get out and maybe go get some shaved ice or whatever and all the fun stuff and look at art. I always like it because it smells so good.
It does.
You know, everything's purple and all the lavender, and it's just it's such a fun event. It's really
absolutely, from lavender lemonade to lavender candles to everything in between.
Everything.
I tell the story sometimes that one time, I don't know, I think it was Christmas or something, I was having a party, and I decided, I'm going to make lavender shortbread. How fabulous could that be? I put in too much lavender. And everyone said, oh my God, it tastes like soap. And there was my little darling plate of cookies that went completely untouched, or nibbled at a couple of edges, and they were like the ugly stepchild or something.
No. I bet they were great.
But yes, I like the flavor of lavender. So, I mean, lavender lemonade sounds really good, or lavender tea.
Fantastic.
I've even seen like, you know, when you boil it down, like lavender simple syrup or whatever, to use in cocktails and things like that.
We will have some vendors selling that, so if you're looking for some, we'll have plenty.
And then the other thing I'm thinking about now, I'm trying to think of in years past, what I've loved is the still. You know, the lavender still, where where it boils down. Will you have that one there too?
I think so. I'd have to go through the list. I don't know all the things people are bringing.
But it's really cool to watch that process of distillation and the steam coming up.
Yeah,
and, you know,
absolutely.
It's very interesting the way it's done.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for
really
having
appreciate
us.
this, and looking forward to seeing you next weekend.
Yeah,
Great.
Unless you're hiding someplace, hiding away from everybody. But
you'll see us running out,
right? In your bright purple shirts, right?
Yes, probably.
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.